Welcome to my first Q&A on my channel, and thank you so much guys for sending me these questions. I have not seen the questions so far, so let's see how it goes if I keep on rambling, but hopefully you're gonna get some good advice regarding filmmaking, photography, and being a YouTuber. Let's start right now. Question 1. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel focused on filmmaking and photography? So, I come from a commercial background, so I was both directing and editing TV commercials or maybe corporate videos and commercials that they wanted to use in social media. However, I was not too excited of doing those kind of videos as the end product was not something that was cool. The product might be good, however, it was not like, let's make a video or a commercial for an iPhone. No, it was much more boring than that. So I started this channel because I wanted to make something that I wanted to actually see myself and actually how I could become better at filmmaking in general. So that's why I'm here today. Next question. How do you come up with ideas for your filmmaking content? Being a relatively small YouTuber, I still have to search for keywords so that I get some traffic on my channel. However, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel yourself, there's no real formula, I think, in succeeding, because my most viewed video the last couple of years was how to like 5 amazing looking lighting scenarios or something like that. That one I filmed in 30 minutes. I edited that video in about 30 minutes or maybe an hour as well. And that just took off. And I know that many of you guys that are watching this video might have found me on that video. So to come up with an idea is something that maybe 2024, I just have to make videos that I would like to make myself, videos that I would like to watch, and obviously videos that I believe that you guys would watch. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything specific that you would like to watch on this channel in 2024. Cheers. It's non-alcoholic. What challenges do you face in creating and editing your videos? When I first started out this channel, like 4.5-ish years ago, the most difficult thing was to edit the videos down shorter, as I was not used to editing in the editing style and speed and rhythm of a YouTube video. So that was quite tough to get a video to be short and precise. I still do struggle with that. It's difficult to get the message across within 5 to 8 minutes. Maybe I would prefer to make a video that was 15 or 20 minutes long. That might also be something that I would like to try out in 2024. Again, comment below if you would like to see longer videos on this channel, and that is something that I would love to do for you guys. And for myself, next question. Do you still review gear on your channel? Yes and no. Well, so 2022 I was sent a lot of gear and I reviewed and I said yes to a lot of different lights, microphones and whatever. But I found out that the videos were becoming very similar, and it's also a topic that I've seen on other channels, which is, do you charge for those videos? Should you charge for those videos? I didn't charge 90% of the videos that I did 2022, I did them for free just because maybe I needed that gear or I wanted to try that gear out. However, I could see overall that the gear I was sent was 50-50 chance that it was going to be good or that it was going to be below my standards, which is also very important on my channel here, that I do review gear that is good. So 2023 I did not review anything apart from gear that I had bought myself. However, that will change in 2024 as I have started a medium, long-term, short-term relationship with my favorite brand when it comes to lighting and other gear as well, which is iFootage. You might already have seen a couple of videos on this channel on iFootage, but that's the only brand that I will review beginning of 2024. Because it's a brand that I really like, and I know the quality is extremely high for a reasonable price. Which is your preferred camera brand? I don't prefer any camera brand, to be honest. I started out, well, that was a big thing 2023. Yes, wasn't it 2023 when I bought the Panasonic GH6? I went from a Canon 1DX Mark II, and that is a full frame camera, but I used it mainly for video, so the video quality on that was good, but not in 2023, at least not for my use. So I bought the Panasonic Lumix GH6, which I loved. I made a couple of videos on that. So I have loved using the Panasonic GH6 now for a year and a half. However, I do miss having a full frame camera, or at least an APS-C. However, the thing that I miss the most is a stable autofocus, because it is not working. I mean, whatever you do, if you try to adjust it back and forth a bit, the autofocus is not workable. I have also used Sony cameras on my channel as well for professional work. I mean, I'll be using Canon, Sony, Panasonic. I don't prefer any camera. Let's see in 2024 if I change to back to Canon or Sony, or if Panasonic comes out with a new camera. I really don't care about the brand, as long as the camera does what I want it to do. Oh, what was that? Okay, so why did you switch from full frame to micro four thirds? Kind of been answered already. I don't care too much about the sensor size. Well, I do, but it's not going to be the deciding factor when buying a camera. Also, it works much better on a gimbal, a micro four thirds camera, as it is smaller, and the lenses as well. And it also works with the with sliders much better. I have bought, it's up there somewhere, I don't know if you can see it, a Edelkrone slider that I bought. I purchased that myself like 3 years ago or something like that. And they stated that it was supposed to be strong enough for the Canon 1DX Mark II. It kind of worked, but it didn't really manage to pull that off. But with the Lumix GH6, the slider works great. Also the gimbal, as the camera is much lighter. Okay, what is the most valuable thing you learned this year? Good question. Let's put some more smoke before I answer that question. The most valuable thing that I learned 2024 was to be a better editor using DaVinci Resolve. Also, color grading it faster, better, more effective. I developed a lot that I am using on all of my videos, including this one. That took me months to make, because I wanted to make sure that it worked with all kinds of camera. Oh, let's make something funny here. If you're at Christmas, but with an X, Xmas 2023, I'm gonna give you 50% off if you want to purchase my LUTs. And I am super happy using DaVinci Resolve, so that's the most valuable thing that I've learned in 2023. Next question. Can you share your favorite filmmaking tools or equipment that you use for your videos? Well, again, DaVinci Resolve is my by far favorite editing tool when I edit my videos. Furthermore, what else do I use? I'm happy with the lighting, the iFootage lights that I'm using in the videos. Oh yeah, of course, Artlist is by far the most important tool that I use in making my videos here on this channel. Let's just do a quick shout out to Artlist for sponsoring this video. It is where I get all my music and sound effects from, and it has been since I started this channel. Furthermore, if you now subscribe to their Artlist Max package, you can also get stock footage, video templates, and finally they also have included templates for DaVinci Resolve, which I'm super happy with. If you want to take your videos from good to the best possible, I do suggest you to use Artlist. It's super easy to find the music there or sound effects. They use AI so that you can find the sound effects or music or even stock footage. They even match the sound effects with the stock footage that you are checking out. So I do suggest using Artlist in your videos. Check out the link below, and if you sign up for an annual subscription, you're gonna get 2 months for free. Now, next question. What advice do you have for aspiring filmmakers who want to start their own YouTube channels? Well, I think that it depends on what you have done before. If you already come from some kind of background, if you have experience making videos, if you start from scratch, with no experience regarding filming or editing videos, I would suggest you to maybe start out filming with your smartphone. I don't care if it's an iPhone 15 Pro Max or if it's an old crappier phone. Start out with that, get yourself a free editing software and just start practicing filming, presenting yourself in front of the camera. If you do have a normal 9-to-5 job, try to do it on the side and just film as much as you can, make as many videos as you can, edit the videos, look at other channels, not only this one. I know that you're watching other videos as well. Get inspired from other YouTubers in the niche that you want to be making videos in, and just start practicing and just do it again and again and again. Hopefully you're going to be a bit better in every video that you create. Okay, why did you choose Artlist and not Epidemic Sound or Licked for your music? When I started out this channel, I needed to have music in my videos, and back then I don't think Licked even existed. So the question was between either Artlist or Epidemic Sound, and I had bad experience with my commercial videos because I'm not going to say which platform I used. It was not Artlist and it was not Epidemic Sound. However, I used music in some commercials and the license was not covering certain countries. That was super bad, so I actually had to change the music and use either Artlist or Epidemic Sound, as I saw that the licensing was much better with Artlist. It was much clearer. You can use them wherever you want to, and that was why I eventually went for Artlist, and I have never looked back since. No question, but thank you for answering so many comments in your videos. Well, thank you. I do try to reply to all comments, at least if they are serious. I think it's cool to, start a conversation here, hang out with you guys, and I do enjoy answering as many comments as I can. What was the best piece of camera gear made this year? Nothing that comes to mind, to be honest. I did buy a drone though. I bought the DJI Mini 3, I think it's called, like 2 weeks before the 4th was released. So that was like, cheers guys. And the 3 is good enough for me. The 4th, the DJI Mini 4 is probably a bit better. I think it's got more sensors and stuff like that, so it's probably a tad better, but also a bit more expensive, as the 3 now is slightly cheaper. So DJI Mini 3/4. What is your favorite YouTube video you have created? Personally, I think it was one that I made on the Canon 1DX Mark II. It's an old video, but that video was fun to make because I took my family up to the mountains. It started snowing, really crazy days, and I would have edited that video very differently now, something that I talked about a few minutes ago. But that video for me, it's fun for me to watch it back. I used a GoPro, driving up the mountains, and it was a lot of fun to make. I have good memories about that video. Another video that I created only like a couple of months ago was about the importance of music in your videos. Sadly, it had a copyright strike. That doesn't mean too many things, really. It just means that it doesn't necessarily get too much traction when you release the video, as YouTube is checking out if there has been a breach there. And of course, there was not. However, that video did not get many views. I really would appreciate you if you check it out, because it's a very personal video for me. You can even see me as how old was I then? Like 12, 13-year-old boy made in the early mid-90s. I do look like something out of Stranger Things, but if you want to check it out, I would appreciate that. Now, Mr. Bond. How do you handle trolling or negative comments? I'm quite lucky because I don't get too many negative comments or trolling on this channel. Mainly it was when I said that I had cancelled my Panasonic Lumix S5 II because I didn't like the cropping factor and all of that. That's a completely different topic. There I got quite a few negative comments, but who the hell cares, to be honest? You can have your own opinion. Thank you. How much do you make being a YouTuber? I have never released how much I make, and I'm not going to do that now neither. However, I am making more money as a YouTuber than I did as a commercial filmmaker, so that says everything. Will you have a course on filming in 2024? Maybe, I don't know. Should I do a course about maybe setting up your YouTube studio? I do have a few videos on that. Editing tricks, music, sound effects. I feel that I do already have quite a lot of content on my channel, but maybe I should have a course where I go much more in depth so that it's not penalized by the YouTube algorithm, because you can see that maybe there are 50 of you that would love to watch something for that and would maybe pay a small amount to actually watch this. If I get many comments on the topic, comment below. And also what kind of course you would be interested in watching from me. How do you manage your time between filming, editing, family, and other aspects of running a YouTube channel? Well, it is very, very, very tough. It's by far the hardest job that I've ever had, because you have to do everything yourself. You have to plan it, produce it, film it, writing scripts. Now I'm not in any particular order. Of course, you have kids. I've got 2 boys. Maybe sometimes the kids are homesick from school, and then you are quite limited in what you can do, because they do need more attention than normal. But it is very tough, and it is something that I'm still struggling with, the balance between being a YouTuber and a family guy. I really do want to make more videos on this channel, so up until now it has been quite tough. I know that's the same for everyone, but I guess you just have to find your flow where you can make as many videos as you can without getting a burnout, because that's something that every YouTuber on the planet has experienced to a certain extent, me included. So I need to find a formula that works better for me. If I find it, I'm gonna let you know. Most overrated gear you have? That is probably the Edelkrone slider. As mentioned earlier, I purchased that one a couple of years ago, and it is not as good as I thought it was. It's good, but I do not use it a lot because there has been a lot of technical issues with it. There's supposed to be a lifetime warranty on it. I did contact Edelkrone and they were like, yeah, no, but you just have to update it and blah, blah. I did all of those things. The motor on the slider itself is disconnecting constantly, so I have barely used it. I think I can count on 2 hands how many times I have used that slider. For professional work, I've used it maybe 3 times, and I thought I was going to use that tons of times when I purchased the slider. So for me, the Edelkrone is the most overrated product that I have. I will probably try out new sliders on this channel very soon. We're about to finish here, a few questions more. Are there specific filmmakers or YouTubers who have influenced your style or approach to filmmaking content? Okay, so if I basically have been inspired by any YouTubers, of course I have. When I started out this channel, I was not active. I was not watching YouTube actively. It was like every couple of months I went online to see if there were some tricks in editing, or especially at that time After Effects that I used quite a lot a couple of years ago. The first YouTuber that I found on YouTube when I was considering making a channel was Matti Hepoja. He's great. Sadly, he's going to stop making YouTube videos within 10 days or like a fortnight. So that was the first guy that I found on YouTube that I was like, wow, you can actually make super cool content on YouTube and make a living out of that. And of course, I also noticed Peter McKinnon through Matti Haapoja, and the rest is history. I could see that was something that I would rather do than making super boring commercials. Good commercials, but for me they were very boring. So I would say Peter McKinnon and Matti Haapoja were my two biggest influences in both starting this channel and maybe the style that I developed over the years. Obviously that has changed, and maybe I have found now my own kind of style, but those two kind of get the wheels spinning, and I think they would be like one of the most important reasons that I actually have this YouTube channel. So cheers, guys. What was your first camera? Well, I mean, that depends. Let's call it a semi-professional camera. My first camera that I purchased instead of renting stuff was a Canon Rebel T3i or something like that. It's called in the States. In Europe, it's not 60D. I'm gonna put text or links to it. That was the first camera that I used. It was an APS-C camera that could shoot 24 frames per second, full HD, and that did its job for the kind of content that I did on my own when I didn't have a big production team behind me. What editing software do you suggest using for a beginner? Well, I do use DaVinci Resolve. I have used Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro. I have even used Avid. But when I started out editing home, I used Final Cut Pro. That's quite a few years ago now. Then I went to Premiere Pro because I used a lot of After Effects in my videos, both for some simple effect shots, tracking and those things. And I wanted to have the integration between Premiere Pro and After Effects was fantastic. So I switched then from Final Cut Pro to Premiere Pro, but I also now use DaVinci Resolve because I found that I don't think that Adobe could justify their pricing. I was paying like almost $100 a month for After Effects and Premiere Pro, and then you get all of the other apps that you never use. So I decided to try out DaVinci Resolve. If you're a beginner, I would start off trying all of them. Actually, if you can do like a trial mode, I do know that you have a month free. At least you used to do on Final Cut Pro. On Premiere Pro, I think you have either 7 days or 30 days. I think it's 7 days or maybe 10 days, it doesn't matter. And DaVinci Resolve is free anyway. So try them out in the trial mode and see what you prefer best. However, the professionals do use DaVinci Resolve because it is the best platform and editing software, also for color grading. So I do suggest you to try out DaVinci Resolve, but it's up to you. Gear you want to see in 2024? I would love to see a camera that is priced right. For example, a Panasonic Lumix GH6 version 2 that has usable autofocus. I would love to see that on a Micro Four Third camera. If they do release a Lumix S52X version 2, I would like that to be less cropping in different formats. Let's not go there today. If Sony or Canon releases a good camera that has good video features, I'm talking about hybrid cameras now, I would not hesitate in switching over in a minute. Let's see in 2024. Are you a full-time YouTuber? Yes, I am. I have said no to all of my client work in 2023 because, as mentioned, I was tired of making those kind of videos. However, I did say yes to one video that is like a friend of a friend, and I have made a video about the sound design of that video. The commercial is still not done, and the video example in that video that I'm going to link up here is still not complete, at least not that version, but you can see the process that I did with sound effects, and I used a lot of stock footage from Artlist for that video, and we have now implemented some scenes of the product in between those shots from Artlist, and it works really great. I might show the end results on the channel in a couple of months. So I am a full-time YouTuber, and I say no to all paid client work outside of YouTube, at least for the moment. Do you do coaching calls? That's a question that I have gotten so many times on this channel, which is, of course, it's nice to hear that someone would pay money to talk to me and help them out with whatever it is. I don't do it now, but like the course, if I do have a lot of comments down below saying that I would like to do a coaching call with you, I might do it. I will obviously let you know if I do start doing coaching calls. I'm going to address that in my future videos, so stay tuned if that is something that interests you. Okay, last question. Where is your YouTube studio? Do you work from home? Yes, I do. I have always worked from home when having this YouTube channel, because I didn't want to have a studio or an office that I had to go to. I have done that before when I was editing commercials and stuff, and it was just a nightmare, especially if you had deadlines that you needed to get something done fast, or you had, long hours to work. And I found out that instead of commuting to an office or a studio, it was much better to have it home. So this YouTube channel I've always had home, sometimes in the living room. I have switched house from when I started this channel. However, now I am in my garage because we don't use it for anything, so I was thinking that's a great place to set up a small YouTube studio. And for you that do pay attention in my videos, I have changed slightly my setup. I'm super excited with how it looks like now. It's not completely done. I will have multiple angles here where I can film, not only frontal, which is getting a bit boring both for the viewers and myself. So I'm going to make a video on my 2024 YouTube studio setup very soon, probably in January. That was a long video. The clock has ticked on and we're still here. Are you still here? Remember the code that I gave you earlier if you want to have a 50% discount on my lots. Christmas, Xmas 23. If you write that when you check out, you're gonna get 50% off, so check it out. Anyway, if I don't make more videos this year, have a fantastic holiday, and I'll see you in 2024. Spoken too much, might be the smoke as well. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace.